Welcome to this month's episode of Best New Balances of the Month. As usual, we'll be going over all of the coolest New Balances that officially released in some sort of capacity, as well as go over the New Balances that were revealed or leaked during the month of April 2024. Starting off the GRs that officially released, we have a new model in the RC42. This model is obviously 70s inspired. It's very reminiscent of the 70s track shoes from New Balance, and it's also very similar to the RC30 model. In my opinion, this is the more toned down, less exaggerated, and more low-key model. I think it's a fine model. It's pretty simple and clean, and it isn't too expensive. And next up is the 1500 in the 35th anniversary edition. This colorway of the 1500 obviously celebrates 35 years of the 1500 model. The colorway itself is very simple and clean. It's definitely a very versatile colorway for the 1500, and what's really cool about this release is that it comes with a special box that's very reminiscent of the classic boxes, and it features prominent end cap branding. And next up we have a new 991 V2 GR in the Nimbus Cloud colorway. Nothing too much to say about this colorway. It's very simple and clean. It's pretty much an all white shoe, and it's definitely a very popular GR. And next up we have the first GR for the 1000 in this silver colorway. It's a pretty simple colorway for the 1000. There are other GRs that I'm more looking forward to, but this is definitely a solid one, and it seems like it was a decently popular release for GR. And next up is the first two colorways for the Kawhi 4. This is Kawhi Leonard's fourth signature model for New Balance basketball. You have a red and white colorway, as well as a very loud bright pink and flame and black colorway, both of which are pretty solid for the Kawhi 4. They're performance basketball models with dual density fuel cell midsoles, and they also feature a carbon fiber plate. Overall, there's some pretty solid colorways for the new Kawhi signature model. And next up we have the official release of the 1906R in the polka dot pack. This pack of colorways was designed by UA Wu, and it's a pretty solid set of GRs. All three colorways consist of a solid color base, whether that be black, white, or gray, and then you have a contrasting color of polka dots around the shoe. It's definitely a simple idea, but it's still really nice. Starting off the collabs that released in April 2024, we have the Joe Freshgoods 1000 collaboration. I personally really didn't care too much for this collaboration. I mean, the colorways are by no means bad. It's just, I just personally didn't like any of them. This like brown and black colorway is pretty meh in my opinion. I think the pink and silver colorway is the best of the two, but regardless, I didn't really care too much for them. What's interesting about this collaboration is that they released before the first GR of the 1000, and despite my opinion, of course, it's a Joe Freshgoods collaboration, so it sold out pretty fast. And next up, we have the Shoe Palace collaboration on the 2002R in the Volcanic Rocks colorway pack. This pack consists of two 2002R colorways, one of which I really like is a nice blue, black, and red colorway. It's a mostly blue upper with accents of white and a pop of red in the ankle lining area. Definitely a solid colorway for the 2002R. The second colorway is definitely a more low-key and neutral tone colorway. It's pretty much multiple shades of brown with some accents of black and white. This colorway obviously is mimicking the actual shades of colors on Volcanic Rocks. I think they're both solid colorways for the 2002R. I definitely prefer the more colorful pair, and it was a pretty low-key release, and they're pretty much sitting in a full-size run, so you can still get them if you really want them. And next up, we have two new colorways on the Jaden Smith Misfits Rep New Balance .01 model. This .01 model was brought to life by New Balance and Jaden Smith last year on a white and black colorway. This time it comes in two new colorways, one of which is a pretty much all black colorway with some pops of white, and then the other colorway is my personal favorite of the two, and it's the classic New Balance gray. You got accents of light gray suede, as well as darker gray accents in the usual places, and the midsole is also a little pre-aged as well. I never really cared too much for this collaboration, but I do have a lot of respect for it as a collaboration since it's essentially a brand new model. Kicking off the New Balances that were revealed in April 2024, we have a 2-pack of 1500 GRs. We have a green Oasis colorway as well as a blood orange colorway. Both of these colorways are very fire. They're definitely very very loud and vibrant, which you guys know I really love. Both of them also feature hairy suede as the main paneling, which is a very fire touch. I'm not too sure which colorway I like more. They're both nice and distinctive shades. The Green Oasis colorway is definitely similar to that of a shade of matcha, and then the Blood Orange colorway is pretty self-explanatory. Both of them have pretty much exactly the same colorway paneling except for the main color. You got an accent of blue nubuck in the middle of the shoe, which is pretty interesting, and overall a pretty solid set of GRs for the 1500, and they're releasing on May 9th. And next up we have yet another new GR for the 991 V2. Currently it's nicknamed the Vintage Sport colorway. There's no official release date for it yet. It mostly consists of like an off-white upper in suede. You got white mesh and panels of light gray. And what's really nice about the shoe are the accents of blue and red in the absorb pods, as well as in the embroidery branding around the shoe, as well as the gum outsole. Gum outsole and the small pops of color are very fire accents, and I think it's a very fire GR for the 991 V2. And next up we have a sneak peek of this year's Grey Day releases. As of right now, the Grey Day pack consists of one 574 colorway, three 550 colorways, two 327 colorways, as well as a 1906R and Warped Runner. I'll flash all of the shoes up on screen right now to the best that I can. There are a lot of shoes, but I pretty much have the same opinion about all of them. I think they're very meh. I personally think this year's Grey Day pack is a letdown compared to last year's Grey Day. Last year's Grey Day consisted of 4 Made in USA colorways from Teddy Santis, as well as some skateboarding models, as well as the really cool, I think it was called the Moonrock Gray colorway on the non-made releases. It was a pretty solid Grey Day last year, and I thought it was a good comeback from the previous year, and it looks like this year's just kind of a letdown. A lot of these shoes are just very meh. I mean, they're by no means bad colorways, it's just that there's nothing special. We get these very mediocre colorways on models people don't really care about. And next up we have a reveal of what's supposed to be a Foot Patrol exclusive colorway for the 1906R. This colorway I think is very fire. It's a mostly dark blue upper with accents of white, and then you got that very fire pop of red in the gel pods in the midsole, and it's a very solid colorway for the 1906R. And to round off the video, we have a teaser for a 990 V6 collaboration with Loro Piana. Obviously there are no pictures of the collaboration yet, it's just simply the collaboration teaser branding. I've never heard of this brand before I saw this teaser for the V6 collaboration. After looking up their website, they're an Italian clothing and textile company that specializes in cashmere. I took a look at their website. They definitely have some nice clothing, all of which are very expensive. I'm talking pretty much every single piece of outerwear in the 4 figures. Hopefully this collaboration isn't also 4 figures, but given what they're specialized in, hopefully this collaboration also brings in new, more premium materials and looks good. So what were your guys' favorite New Balances of April 2024? I'd definitely like to know down in the comments. So that's gonna do it for this video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Follow me on my socials. Check out the Intelligent site for more New Balance content and guides. If you really love the video, please consider leaving a super thanks in the tip jar below. And thanks for watching.